What is going on, everybody? Welcome. Good morning. Looks like we got a lot of little floats popping up pre-market. This morning I'm seeing AWX, ABIL. AWX is a recent runner. It's been green now for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days straight. So I'd be looking for AWX to get momentum today. You could see right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a recent runner. This is on the daily chart. It's up to $5 right now. So really, sky's the limit on this. It really isn't going to come into resistance. Its first resistance is $6, around that. And then after $6, sky's the limit. There's no really resistance till you get up to $11, $17. AWX already has 12 million or 12,000. And then we got ABIL. That's just gapped up pre-market. It's a recent runner. It's been red the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I would say 8 days. So we might be seeing just a good rebound on this. It's below the 50 and the 200-day. Resistance at 425. So it's right at that wall right now. And then IGC got crushed after hours yesterday. It just got momentum towards the end of the day. I was keeping an eye on this yesterday morning. And then at the end of the day, it just got momentum and everybody took their profits. Hit a high of $1.87. And then people took their profits, dropped all the way down to $1.34. And then came back up to $1.75, and now it's bouncing off of $1.25. So this is going to be on watch today for a continuation. Let's see, TIS. No news on TIS. It's instantly gapped back up to the highs. STAF. STAF is a recent runner. It does have news. It's got news of it agrees to buy key resources. And if I switch you over to the daily chart, it's a recent runner. It's gapping up to 250. That's right around this area. So it's gapping up to the 200-day moving average. So that might act as a magnet and pull it back down to it. You'd really just have to see if momentum comes into this. It's already got 175,000 in volume. It helps that it has news. Let's see, what's the float on STAF? The float is 3.5 million. So very low float. And it's one of the top gappers right now. You got AFMD. Let me see if there's any news. It's a little higher float though. But that's what we've been seeing lately. We've been seeing these higher float stocks just go on good rips. As you can see here, pre-market, this thing gapped up from $1.60 up to $3.30. Now it's hitting $4.50, so it might be overextended. The news might be priced into it already. Okay, so we got news here on AFMD. It's up 156% on possible $5 billion Genentech deal. So it's a cancer drug collaboration with Genentech. We got keywords there. We got cancer and collaboration, and you got a big deal right here with $5 billion. Let's look at the history on this. The only thing that scares me is the price might be already priced at the price might already be priced in with the news. That's the only thing that I'd be worried about. Let's see, it's gapping up to 435, so it's gapping up way up here. It hasn't been to this level since 2016. It does have a history though of spiking, even with the big gap up right here. And that's a big news release for them. So we got a $5 billion deal, cancer. I'd say it's worth keeping an eye on. AFMD, it's already got 2 million in volume pre-market as well. I'd look for a pullback, possibly. A pullback down to see if it holds the $4 area. Let's see, hold on. I'd want to see if it holds a mental support at $4 and try to make its next leg up from that. If it cracks $4, I don't even want to mess with it. And I wouldn't even want to touch this right at the beginning of the day. I'd want to see what the overall market brings to the table today. The futures are up. And we made new highs yesterday, and we're continuing to still make new highs. So the bull market lives on. This might be that time right now. We're ending the slowest month of the year. We're just now making new highs in the market. We're about to be entering into a very hot time. The fall time all the way up to September, October, and November are usually the hottest times in the market. the past couple of years, we've been seeing shippers just go absolutely nuts. And last year, a lot of Chinese low float stocks just exploded. And then we got a few low float stocks gapped up right now. So I have a feeling today's going to be a special day. I have a feeling today's going to be special. I'm just going to wait. Let me put a support line. That 200 day is right at 257. We're at 274 right now. I'm going to keep a close eye on staff. It does have news. It's above the moving averages. I'm liking staff this morning. We got that support at the moving average at 260. So I'm going to wait to see when the market opens if it can hold this level. That's what scares me. Like I said, this 200 day could act like a magnet and just pull the price right back down to that. Then I want to see if it holds that price level. And then later on throughout the day around 10:30, possibly just go on a nice rip. It could go on a nice rip at the bell. I'm not going to touch it. I want staff to prove to me that it's healthy and strong today. Let's see, STAF, almost 250,000 in volume so far pre-market. It's a low float stock, what'd I say, like 4 million? We got ABIL. I feel ABIL's done for, though. It's right in between the 50 and the 200 day. And the 200 day moving average is actually below the 50 day. And there's just some nasty drops on this, on the daily here. You got one here, comes all the way down, gaps up, and then now it's just trending its way down, and then it's gapped up. Anything can happen, though. Seen some crazy stuff. SNOA. This is one of those pharmaceuticals. I don't like playing pharmaceuticals. That's just my preference. Pharmaceuticals have a mind of their own. They're a whole different world. I've seen pharmaceuticals run on bad news. I've seen pharmaceuticals tank with great news. They're hard. They're very, very hard to trade. I don't even want to mess with it. But if you're interested, SNOA, it announces its results study of HOCL, an acne. I guess it's an acne medicine. So we got AFMD, STAF, and I'm going to write these down of what I like pre-market. AFMD with the higher float. Yeah, this is the one with news. Great news, but very huge gap up. When a stock like this has really, really great news, and it has such a very, very huge gap up on this, what I want to look for on the daily chart is this to be flatlined for a very, very, very long time. To where, I mean, I want it to have a history of spiking big, but then I also don't want it to have like an insane great chart to where people, long-term investors, are holding on to this, and then all day today they'll just be dumping their shares. So it looked like this was in a range for a long time from 280 280 280 to $2 the past couple of years. I don't know, we'll see what happens with this. And then we got STAF. Recent runner. Float is 3.5 million. Has news. And STAF is opening up right at the 200 day. Let me see. Yeah, it's opening right at the 200-day moving average. And then we have from yesterday, like I said, IGC got creamed. People are just taking profits on this. That's all they're doing. I'd be looking for this to possibly bounce off the 125, $1 area. I'm gonna say this is gonna have a morning panic. I really think. I think people got in on this. People with under the pattern day trader rule, they bought into this probably at the top, and they can't sell to the next day, and they can't sell till the market opens. So you got people from Robinhood and other brokerages, and as soon as the market opens, this is gonna panic sell all the way down probably. And I'd be interested to look at this at the $1 level to see if that mental support holds. This bounced yesterday two times off of $1. Right there. You can see if I go back, came up, we had a tiny morning spike here, or actually the market opened, it dropped down, hit $1, ran up to $1.25, came back down, bounced off $1 again, ran up to $1.20, and then consolidated 3 times. It touched this $1 area, and then this was just a great chart from yesterday. Very great. Let me zoom out. Then it bounced off that $1 again, and then all through lunch hours, it just slowly grinded up. And then power hour came, and it got momentum, and it just exploded up to a high of $1.87. Really, really good. IGC. So global cannabis growth continues to outpace expectations as revenue soars. So what I'm going to do today, just to try it out, I'm going to go into my trade ideas. I'm going to go into the weed sector, and I'm going to get a scanner from the weed sector just to have a scanner going from that. And what started the pot stock craze and all that was CVSI. CVSI just going full parabolic supernova, lit everything off for this. And this is an OTC stock. And all this year, 2018, it's just been on fire. Look at that. And then this was that day. It just climbed and climbed and climbed. This is the daily. And then it dropped off huge. It went all the way up to $9. And then it dropped all the way down to $4. And then it has a nice rebound up. And then recently, like yesterday and today, CRON, Chronic, I believe that's the name of this one, has just been going crazy. Look at that. This is the daily. That's a little overextended though for me and a little bit too high priced. But we got 8 minutes till market open now. CHFS is on the gap scanner, but lately the past 4 or 5 months, CHFS is every single time it's hit the gap scanner, it just drops right back down when the market opens. CHFS was hot at one time, and it's like it either, you can see way back here it had a nice day, but one time I guess it burnt a lot of traders, and traders said screw that and just never touched it again pretty much. I will end this though, and I will probably start this back up maybe within the next half hour or so for a little market recap and see all what's going on. I'm just going to sit on my hands the first 30 minutes to an hour. I'm not going to try to force anything. Just see what happens in the market. I got a couple stocks here, AFMD and STAF, that have my attention. I'm going to see what those do, and I have a few more on my watch list. ABIL, ATAI. ATAI, I think, is probably done for. I could be wrong. It is bouncing off of this support literally right now, $1.75. Not seeing really any news on it. We got AWX. AWX, I'd keep an eye on. It could get momentum today. IGC. PIXY. Probably delete that from my list. RGSE. Could be a continuation. And TIS. And staff. And look at staff right now. That 200 days at 260 and it's hitting $3 right now. So this is probably where attention is going to be as soon as the bell rings. Like I said, this is a recent runner. It's gapped up over the 50 and the 200 day, and it's going to have resistance up here at 335. It's looking like it's already starting to go towards that. I'd wait for a pullback on this. We got 5 minutes till market open. See a lot of buyers look at the bid, just disappear on it. You had 8,000 buyer here on the bid, and then it just disappeared. You had a 5,000 seller there. Yellow means, what's yellow mean again? Trades above the ask. Purple is trades below the bid. See what I said though? 335 came right up to it. 335 is going to act as resistance. Came right up to here. You can see it got stuffed right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. And then you got a little tiny gap as well right there from that red candle to that red candle. So that's going to be a tough resistance for it to get past. I'd be probably looking for this to pull back down to $3, $3.25. Oh, now look at it. Now it's just popped above 335 and it's up to 345. A lot of attention is going to be on STAF. All right, guys, we got 3 minutes till market opens. Be patient, disciplined, stick with your plans. Your plan is very, very important. All right, later.